Happy day. Are you ready to turn your dreams into reality, but using practical steps? Hello, my loves. I'm so happy to be back here, going live and sharing more about what I'm working on behind the scenes. I've been teasing it a little by little in starting last week. I was telling you that I have something coming up, a 6-week series that is going to take you through some practical and magical ways to manifest the business of your dreams. And so now I'm ready to reveal more as we're going to be starting this Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time inside the Aligned Businesswoman Facebook group. So let's have a conversation here. Let's talk about this series that I'm going to reveal the name. And so when I think about all the things that we do as women entrepreneurs, all the hats we wear, which come with labels, maybe like imagine that you have a baseball cap. You have a baseball cap for when you go to watch the Astros play. Maybe you have a baseball cap for a Lululemon one that, has a Lululemon logo for whenever you're working out. We have these hats that come with labels. And what also comes with that is baggage sometimes, depending on our perception and how well we've cleaned up our energy. So when I think about how life goes, it's almost as if it's a video game. So let's imagine that you are in this video game of life. You're Super Mario brother, right? So maybe you are Mario, you're Super Vanessa, you're super, fill in your name. And every level that you go through, you're jumping on boxes, you are maneuvering around maybe the cannonballs that come, or whatever's firing out. You're going through each and every level, and you're going through all the obstacles that that level has, and then hopefully by the end of it you have powered up and you're ready to go to the next level. But sometimes we don't make it to the next level. So then what happens? We have to start all over again. And then we keep going through those lessons until we can figure out how to press A and B at the same time, on the controllers, like how to navigate that. And the best case scenario is that we end it with a level up. Worst case is obviously we don't, end that level. We are power up at the end of that level, so that we are bigger and we have like the more equipped powers, right? And then sometimes we're just like, I am glad that I was able to make it to the next level. When I see how life and business can be like us playing in that video game, I think about all the ways that we try to just learn how to navigate that level. We equip ourselves with information. We try to learn someone's strategy. We try to, maybe like candles, do all the things. Like we're trying to figure something out. We're like, we're throwing spaghetti at the wall, whatever we can, so that we can get through to this next level. And all of those things and all of the labels that we put on ourselves as we are trying to get to the next level, we are going outside of ourselves and saying, okay, I need to figure out this strategy. So let me go buy this course and teach me, that teaches me how to grow my Instagram. Well, what we don't realize is that we're putting a label on ourselves that we don't know how to do this, right? And at first we may not be aware of that label that we're putting on ourselves, but when we keep going through that same level, and we keep having to go through that same, that video game, we're having to keep going through that same level over and over again. At some point we feel defeated. And those labels that we didn't realize we put on ourselves began to become a burden. They're like baggage that is weighing us down. And so as we're operating unconsciously, we are adding baggage to, let's imagine that you are a train, right? And you have a caboose. Maybe you have 3 cabooses. Your one caboose is maybe your family. Your second caboose is maybe your business. Your third caboose is maybe your own health, right? And as we're piling these labels, this baggage into our caboose, we're loading more and more things for us to carry as we're going through our journey, through our entrepreneurial journey. And all these things are just things that we judge, or maybe we're fearful, or things that we don't forgive. And it really just slows us down. It slows us down, or maybe it distracts us. And when we could be going faster, we're not. We're worried about what might be falling out. Oh, what if someone sees that this is in my caboose? I don't want people to know that. Oh God, this is really weighing on me. Why am I carrying these things? So we're so focused on all that stuff, and it's heavy on us, or we're not able to pick up speed and momentum. And so the series that I have coming up is going to be all about how to pick up speed and momentum by releasing some of these labels, some of these, this baggage, and shifting our perspective and empowering you to go faster, to release things that no longer serve you, and to really give you permission to give yourself permission to let things go, to cut things out of your business strategy or your life that is holding you back. So I want to do this exercise really quickly. And this exercise, when you do it often enough, so obviously if you're driving, don't do this exercise, but when you have some alone time, I want you to do this exercise where you simply close your eyes. So go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to tell me as many things as possible that are in the room or in the place that you're in. Close your eyes for a couple of minutes. If you can, maybe like with your eyes closed, kind of like write down in a piece of paper some of the things that you remember seeing in your awareness, in the space that you're in. And as you write as many things down as possible, just really kind of like tune in, like, oh, I remember this was there. Like, okay, so for instance, if I were to close my eyes, I would say, okay, there is a whiteboard. There are my crystals. There are my books. There's my Starbucks iced tea. There's my cell phone. But then when I open my eyes and I really tune in, I might see, oh my gosh, there's this book I've been looking for. It's underneath a stack of binders that were right there. Oh, that's where the pen fell. It fell behind the door. Now I can see it peeking through. When we are distracted and maybe going or trying to go really fast in our business, and we are distracted by the baggage that we put on, and we're so worried about like things falling out or things going out of whack, and we're having so many things that we're committed to, meaning we're having to make a lot of micro decisions, we can miss the things that are right under our nose that are going to help us move forward faster. We can think that we have to say yes to something when in actuality, that is just going to take us on a detour, and that's going to throw us off. And that's not going to get us to the results that we want. When we're going so fast and we're committing our energy and our focus to too many things at once that are not aligning, we can miss opportunities. And then we can continue to put those labels on ourselves. I'm a failure. This is not working. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Gosh, I don't want to be salesy. All the things that we tell ourselves. And the more we say those things to ourselves, the more we become that type of person. And the further away we get from being the type of person that we dare to dream to be and dare to dream to have and do. So my theory, which might sound a little bit counterproductive, is to actually slow down so that you can speed up. And when you slow down, what you're doing is you're essentially releasing baggage and shifting gears. So think of it. I don't know if you ever driven a stick shift. I used to drive a stick shift, and for a while it took me, I had to learn. I was like 16. I had to learn how to go into the different gears, and I was going back and forth, all the things, right? And I remember this one time I stayed in a lower gear when I should have shifted into a higher gear so I can go faster. And so have you ever driven a stick shift? You kind of hear like that sound, and you can actually almost like feel like you're dragging something. It's like you just feel that resistance happening because you're in that lower gear when you should be in that higher gear. And so in our business, we could get that feeling, that sense of like, I think I should be in a higher gear, but we just don't know how to get there. Or maybe we're just like, don't believe we can get there. Or maybe we're distracted because someone's in the back seat, like complaining, or, all the things that we don't realize are our decision to allow those things to happen. Like we have a choice, right? We could say, hey, I'm trying to concentrate. I'm trying to get into a better gear. Please, I would appreciate your patience. Just all the things that we can say no to and get in control of our reality. So this upcoming series that I have is a 6-week series where I'm going to give you 12 different exercises. It's going to be twice a week. So it's going to be every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time. So not tomorrow, but Thursday, we start the very first series. And every day is going to have an exercise for you to be able to shift things into alignment to where you want to be. They're going to be practical strategies. There's going to be some energetic things, some spiritual things here. But I'm going to share the spiritual way or the spiritual meaning or purpose of it. And then I'm going to show you how you can apply it practically to your business. Because there is things that I'm seeing of people saying, whether it's on social media or privately in DMs or just in conversations I hear in passing, that people are just really, they are keeping themselves in a situation with the language that they use. And that language affects their actions and their results. And so when I'm showing you these 12 different exercises that you can do, you're going to have like an aha moment. You're going to get into the driver's seat of your reality, and you're going to realize how you are in control of all the things that are happening in your life. And you're going to be able to forgive yourself for past things that make, so you're probably perhaps you're putting a label on yourself, and that could be released by removing that label, right? By removing that label and like forgiving yourself for maybe past failures or past decisions, etc. So we're going to be able to do these exercises to release some of these labels that we put on ourselves as slowing us down. And to that exercise where I was saying, like, close your eyes and tell me what's there and some things that you may have missed because you weren't really tuned in, I want you to be really thinking about how we get into a trance of something. When we're so focused on the problem, that's all we see. We don't see the solution. When we're so focused on our worry, we don't have the awareness of the solution. I want you to reframe worry and fear, and I want you to see it as like, wait a minute, it's not worry, because if I'm worried about it, I'm just going to be focused on the problem. I want to have gratitude for this worry because it's just shifting me into awareness, and being in that awareness helps me see the solution. And so that exercise where you're closing your eyes, I want you to imagine that is you being in a trance. Like, you literally, maybe someone has their hands over your eyes. Is like, you can remove that. You can remove the veil from your eyes and see what's possible. See how you can be in control of your business and your life, your actions, your thoughts, your beliefs. In neurolinguistic programming, there is like a hierarchy that what they call like logical levels of change. And at the very top, it's they say like when you change your identity, then that's when things can trickle down. You can go down to even changing your actions. And sometimes it's really hard for people to shift into that I'm a wealthy woman and trying to force themselves into that identity, because then there's some beliefs that are like, wait a minute, no, we don't have that. This is faking it. Like, the whole fake it till you make it. And it's like, it just kind of like creates haywire, and there's like a glitch in your mindset. And you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. How can I do that? How can that be possible? So the exercises we're going to do is we're going to start at a practical level to bypass some of those filters that are keeping us like, no, that's not right. So that you can be able to manifest a lot quicker, because we're going through the back door, if you want to say that. We're going to the back door. We're sneaking in the back, and we're rewiring some of the ways that, or some of the beliefs that you have that are keeping you from getting the things that you want. So on Thursday, the very first training that we have coming. And I'm really excited about this because not only over the 6 weeks are you going to be able to have these shifts in your energy, your focus, your mindset, and your beliefs. Did I say your beliefs? In your beliefs, is that as we're doing these things, you're building your intuition muscle. You're learning how to trust your intuition when it comes to business. And I'm going to be explaining over the next several weeks of why leaning into your intuition is a very important part of being a savvy business owner, a savvy entrepreneur. And so I'm really excited about that part, because it's like you're going to be like, oh my gosh, things just kind of come quicker to you. It's like you can trust your instincts a lot quicker to make decisions that are going to be in alignment to where you want to go, which is also perfect, because at the end of the 6 weeks, that is when I will officially open the cart, I guess, if you want, if you will, for the Biz Coach in the Box Oracle deck. I am currently pre-selling it, so the first 100 people get a special bonus. We already started some of the pre-sale, so there's not exactly 100 boxes left, but there are some boxes left. So as we're going through these things here, you're going to be able to, and you purchase the Oracle deck, you're going to be able to allow your intuition to guide you in choosing the best card for yourself, so that you're taking logical, practical steps every single day for business growth. So you're strengthening your intuition, doing these 12 exercises over the next 6 weeks. And then when the box comes in, the Oracle deck comes in, you're able to apply that intuition to choose your next business growth strategy step. So I look forward to seeing you this Thursday via live inside the Facebook group. And we're going to be talking about ways that it's a really instant. This next one is an instant shift that you can make in your perception that is going to help you connect with more clients. And it might even help you connect more with a partner, spouse in your relationships, because you're going to have this big aha moment that you're just like, I get it. And then you're able to take swift action to manifest the things that you want. All right, I'll see you inside the group. Bye-bye.